Here we are. Welcome back. It's Javon, Steve, and Julian with the 10-minute offense. We're going to be doing some NBA talk today. I'm sure all of our panic meters are at red with the way the Lakers have been playing. So let's jump right in. What do you make of this losing streak and the loss last night to the lowly Wizards?
Steve.
Well, it's not panic mode. It's hard to panic when their second best players out, AD. But it's just frustrating to watch. The loss to the Nets, I actually thought they were going to lose by 30. It was a little frustrating that they couldn't guard Joe Harris, who does nothing but shoot threes. But then losing to the Heat and the Wizards, two teams that are at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, it's just hard to watch. You know, I know Trez had a good game last night in KCP, but overall, just throughout the season, the role players, I don't think they've really stepped up. And I feel like there's minimal effort from certain guys. Like, just Morris shouldn't even be
minimal effort. I love it.
Dude, Markieff Morris shouldn't even be on the court anymore. Dropping, like, fumbling passes right in his hands. I don't get it, you know. I don't get why they cut Quinn Cook but keep Jared Dudley. There's just all these different levels of frustrations when I watch the games. So I know they still have the second or third best record in the NBA. It's not panic time, because it would be panic time if they were losing these games with AD. But I can easily see them slipping to like the 6 or 7 seed because the West is so tight. I can see them slipping while AD's out. So
Those are all, I agree with those points. It's no panic. I feel it's no panic just because Schroeder is out, and we knew AD was going to miss some time, but Schroeder is another key addition that's being missed from the starting lineup because he changes that. Frank Vogel has to change the rotation for Schroeder. And AD, obviously, he's like that dude on offense and defense that can balance the Lakers. Like, he controls the paint on the offense and defensive end, and he keeps the ball moving. Like last night, Lakers had a great flow in the first half, and then the second half, they became too predictable, as they have during this whole losing streak. Like LeBron handling the ball, trying to get his desirable matchup switch. And at that point, 14 seconds is off the clock, and now you have to shoot a bad shot. So it's just like that flow. LeBron just needing to let THT control the ball, Caruso control the ball sometimes. He doesn't always have to bring it up and operate from the post. So I just feel like it's just minor adjustments that the Lakers need to get used to, because at some point in the game, you're not going to have Schroeder and AD on the court. So you need to find your mix and get it flowing. So.
Well, guys, sounds like your panic level's pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and play devil's advocate here. My panic meter is on red. I don't think this team's winning a championship, man. Not with the way they're playing basketball right now.
I'm with you. I'm not right now, but I'm not panicking. But I'm with you. Like, if you said bet your next paycheck on the Lakers winning, there's no way. They don't look good. They don't look good.
They just don't. And I think the 3-point shooting obviously is slumping. I said that coming into the year, is that we just don't have a solid knockdown shooter. KCP was the guy, but he's definitely fallen off. And let's be real, the Lakers win with defense. And I think that's to both of your points. Like, they're just not locked in. So I'm concerned. One of the things I did also want to talk about, though, was LeBron's comments after the game last night. What do you guys think about him saying, I don't need any rest, I'm fine? Do you guys think LeBron needs some rest? Talk to me. What's going on?
Well, I wanted them to sit him for the Nets game because there were no fans and I knew they were going to lose. He's just not going to sit, so I respect it. What is tough to watch is that he exerts so much energy, this is just my opinion, on offense, that his defense has slipped a lot, in my opinion. That play last night, I think they were down right before LeBron shot that 3 from what seemed like half court. When Russ got the and one but missed, it was just terrible defense, period, by the team. and then he was just lagging. Luckily, Russ missed.
Didn't he missed a free throw to go up one, right?
Well, put him up 3, but he still missed the free throw. That would have put him up 4 and pretty much sealed it. Mm-hmm. But it was just, if you go back and look, if you're able to look at that play, just whatever Caruso was doing, it was just bad all around. So I think he should.
Vogel's pretty good at drawing up plays.
Well, it's terrible. So, I think it was really bad defense.
No communication. That was on Braun, because Caruso went to the corner with his man, and Braun just let Westbrook slip in. Just nonchalant.
It was bad. I mean, to answer your question, I think he should rest, but he won't, and that part I respect. Like, obviously, man, without him, the last 2 games they would have lost to 2 terrible teams by 25 points. But other guys, like we said, other guys got to step up. Like, I love Caruso, but honestly, he hasn't done much. I know Wesley Matthews was brought in supposedly for defense, but man, you can still hit a 3 every now and then. Even I can make a 3 once a game. So yeah, man, I'm not in panic mode, but I'm with you, Javon, that this team like this, even if AD was playing, they'd win these games, but I don't know. They just don't look good. I got to shut up. I'm angry.
What's up, Josie?
He just needs to learn how to manage on the court, but he's not going to miss games because he wants to beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, and that's a fact.
Yeah, for sure. Just adds to his legacy being the top scorer, as if he needed anything else. But personally, I don't think he needs rest. Like he said, if I'm hurt, if something's going on, hey, I'll tell you. But for now, I'm here and I'm playing. He was talking about getting ready for Utah tomorrow night. And I think that's just what makes him, obviously top maybe 5, if not the greatest ever, as he's a leader. He never misses games. And gotta love that from somebody wearing the Laker purple and gold. But I think we'll turn this around. Also, let's turn this conversation around. Let's talk about the Nets a little bit. I mean, geez, these guys, anyone can get a bucket on that team, man. Wow. They just went 5-0 on their road trip.
Swept the West Coast.
Yeah, without KD. So talk to me.
Go for it.
Brooklyn's nice. And just like how they made their sacrifices that people were saying that they wouldn't. Like, everyone knows James Harden is the point. Kyrie's the shooting guard, and KD's going to get you a bucket whenever you need. Obviously, it's their defense, but they know, and they're focusing on getting stops and getting that rebound to finish that possession. So you can see some improvement. And it's obviously when KD gets back, that's when you'll get to see the full thing in effect. So Scary. That's the only thing that they're missing, or that we're missing.
Yeah, I was wrong a few weeks ago when I thought they were whatever. They're killing it without KD. Yeah, I'm glad they're in the East right now. So
yeah, they anybody on that team can go out and on any possession. Obviously, their defense is what people talk about as being an issue or could prevent them from winning a playoff series, maybe Eastern Conference Finals. But I don't know, man. They look like Golden State did when they were, winning titles like 3 years ago.
Am I wrong? You guys think the only team in the East to challenge them seriously could be Philly?
Philly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They have no answers.
Boston I don't know, man. Boston hasn't really brought it all together.
Yeah.
Seems just like a bunch of guys now. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Jaylen Brown said, they're young. They need to mature over there.
Yeah, I think they'll get better as the season goes.
Yeah, Miami was obviously a bubble team, so they haven't translated to this year. And then the Bucks, I mean, that was my pick, so I look kind of like an idiot, but Giannis can't play late game.
They need Drew. Drew's been out for a few weeks. He's a key factor for them. So once he gets back, it'd be good, interesting to see. But with Drew,
Milwaukee,
yeah, exactly.
What about, before we started, what about the West, man? Nobody gives Utah any love. We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, the poor Jazz fans, they don't get any love. Maybe they like it that way. Maybe they don't want any pressure on them, but what, they're 23-5 or something?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, 25-6.
25-6?
Yeah. I think they're going to beat the Lakers by 20.
Hey, you all heard it here first.
I mean, I'm not proud of that.
Go to Vegas.
The West is just so deep, man. Like, the Warriors have been playing well, and they're the 8 seed. You know,
that's a fact.
Denver has Joker, and they're like the 7 seed. Like, there's some crazy good teams. You know, the Clippers and Lakers are battling for 2-3 spots.
Oh, let's talk about that real quick. We'll go Clippers for the 2 Clipper fans that watch the show. What happened at the end of the game with Kawhi getting called for that offensive foul? Was it a push off or a no call?
Trash.
Jules,
trash call.
That was a bad
Honestly,
call.
Harden initiated the contact, and Kawhi, just an instinct move, got him off and went to the layup. Like, James Harden was not going to stop that, whether he did it or pushed off. So.
Yeah, if they didn't call the foul on Harden, and mind you, I can't stand either player or either team, but if they're not going to call the foul on Harden, then they shouldn't have called it on Kawhi. It should have just been a no call. Let it go.
Exactly. That is a flop in every sense of the word.
Yeah. Oh, the Harden?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. It was a bad call for sure.
He sold it. Yeah, it was a flop.
Here's another thing. What do you guys think about at the end? I guess he was on a minutes restriction. PG.
Oh yeah.
Not playing.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And it didn't seem like Ty Lue was on the same page with the trainer and Paul George. He didn't want that either.
But I mean, if with him in the game, maybe they win. You know,
I think so.
And I know it's just regular season, but I guess that's what somebody was saying last night, that LeBron should be on a minutes restriction no matter what. And I'm like, man, that dude is not going to sit out down 2 in OT. Like, he's just he's going to sub somebody out without even asking.
Yeah, who was the person that recommended that? Because I want them to go sit at the end of the bench and come up and tell LeBron to come get out of the game for him.
It was actually one of my friends. So
all right.
We got a couple minutes left. What's your guys' take? Oh, by the way, I got my stats for that little game. Real fast. We got 2:10 left. What's your guys' take on the All-Star game? I personally don't think it should be played.
Yep, 1000%. There's no need to have it. It's only one day. The whole thing about All-Star Weekend, it's a weekend, and I'm just against it. We don't need it right now in the middle of COVID, so I think it's dumb. I think we should vote for the All-Stars. You know, lay them out so they get the accolades,
the recognition for sure.
Yeah, but we don't need to play the game. And I'm the biggest fan of the All-Star game. I think it's, even though there's no defense, but I think it's fun. So I'm still against it this year. Yeah,
they shouldn't play it, especially since they're trying to jam the slam dunk contest during the All-Star game. too much activity
it's
going.
Pointless. I hopefully some of the players sit. We only got like a minute and a half. I want to get the game in. So this is a starter from the Southeast Division. Okay, so that's Wizards, Magic, Hawks, Heat, Hornets.
Okay.
14.5 points, half a block, 1.6 steals, 6 assists, 6 boards, just under 2 threes a game.
LaMelo Ball.
Chino Hills.
Yeah, you guys are right. You guys nailed it. That was good. See, instead of just putting Gasol sorry stats, I put somebody producing.
A Ball brother.
Yeah, rookie of the year. He's killing it.
That was a good one.
Sure was, man. Well, thanks for watching the show, y'all. We're coming back with some NFL free agency talk and the king of social media, Trevor Bauer. See you next time.
All right.